dating life?
It's really not a good idea, like especially, this is very German too now.
Yeah, I think every city in Germany, it's my experience.
Never have I ever sent a dirty text to the wrong person.
Sorry, Mom. It's good.
Hello guys, and a warm welcome to German Expat Show, a show by the expats for the expats. I'm your host Beth, and today I'm so honored and glad to host two amazing expats who have lived here in Germany for more than 10 years. So for you guys, what's your worst and best experience that you have had here in Germany? Today they are going to answer this question and share with us more, and also there will be a fun game at the end, and we will also share a special drink. So please stay until the end, subscribe, share, like and comment. Tell us your experience too. Welcome, have fun. Joshua, thank you so much. I'm so honored that you agreed to come.
Yeah, and thanks for asking, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Can you tell us about yourself, introduce yourself to us, tell us what you do and how long you have been here?
Yeah, so as you've said, my name is Josh. I've lived here, I'm in my 13th year. Mm-hmm. By day, I'm working as a product manager in tech. I've worked in travel, fashion, TV and video, but always as a product manager within the technical kind of day-to-day business in the media operations.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
And by night, I'm a music producer. So.
Wow. And Alina, the beautiful Alina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored that you agreed to come.
Yes, so my name is Alina.
Yes.
I'm 29 years old and I'm already in Berlin for 23 years. So I'm living here for a long time. I'm working as a real estate manager.
And I think I forgot to mention where I'm from. So I lived half of my life in Boston, near New York, and then the other half in Maine, which is like the furthest northeast cold winters.
And I was born in Moscow, so I came from Russia all the way to Berlin, and we really love it here.
Wow, Josh, what's your best experience here in Germany since you came?
Yeah, so I have to say, one of the best experiences that I had when I first came to Germany was the process of going to the Ausländerbehörde, which is going to sound funny to some people because I mean people generally dislike going to the Ausländerbehörde. So this is the foreigners registration office where you get your resident permit or your visa coming as a foreigner. But what I really liked about it was that the agent that was in charge of my immigration status, I remember going in, she had like on a ripped tank top, some ripped jeans and like this punk haircut.
Wow.
And I was thinking this would never be, acceptable in the US, So it was kind of like this message to me that it's just about in Germany being able to do the job, being able to do it well. What you show on paper is, how good that you perform is what's important, and not really about the way that you're looking and that you can express yourself in the way that you want. So I really like this kind of first impression of going to the foreigner's office. It's quite good. It was very just laid back, not like a stuffy environment.
Oh, well, thank you. And Alina, you have?
Yeah, so I came here as a child and I actually don't remember my first opinion about Berlin, but I can say that I love that it's very clean here. I love that everyone is very friendly. There are no traffic jams here, almost, because in Russia, for example, in Moscow, it's crazy. You need like 20-25 minutes just to get 1 kilometer. Wow. So it's so hard to get there from one point to another, and here it's so easy, and I really love that U-Bahn and S-Bahn is working. It's very nice structured, and you see the time when it's coming, and it's always on time. Yeah. And I really love it here.
Wow, this is good that you are getting a good experience here. Yeah. And what is the worst experience for you?
The worst experience for me, I'd have to say, is a little cliche because I think everybody mentions it, but it's true. Is just the bureaucracy and the paperwork, because sometimes you're asked for something before you can start working. And for instance, you might need a bank account, but before you can open a bank account, you need an aanmelding, which is your official registration with the city hall. So sometimes you're asked for things and you go around in a circle because you need a bank account before you can start working. And so it's really hard. So I think that, you know, to anybody that's coming, especially moving, what really helps now is this online banking and doing like an N26 account or other bank accounts where you can just open with almost any passport. You can just do it virtually, and then worry about the aanmelding later, because sometimes it takes, you know, 2 to 3 months to get an appointment. So I think getting the bank account, starting a job if that's what you're here for, and then just take the earliest registration that you can.
There's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, a lot of paperwork.
Yes, so I agree with Josh. It's exactly what I'm thinking.
This is
a lot of paperwork here
a lot of paperwork.
Germany.
Yeah, this is what a lot of expats are.
And save everything, because sometimes you like take pictures, scan it, save every paperwork. Yeah.
Wow.
It's very important to have all the papers here in Germany, and even if you come somewhere, they always like to Behörde, they always tell you just keep the papers. It's very important. To keep everything in place and exactly.
Where are the best places that you have visited here in Germany? Like you can tell someone new here.
The best places in Germany. I really like going and visiting like some of the small cities / villages around Munich and Bavaria. In the city of Augsburg, that has like this restaurant, but it's a boathouse, nautical themed, and it's also near the Austrian Alps. I like also being near the mountain. Yeah, there's some really nice places that are just not necessarily Munich, but going everywhere in Bavaria.
Wow, wonderful. And Alina?
Unfortunately, I'm not traveling very much in Germany, but I really like the city Hamburg, for example, because I love the water there, I love the food, the fresh fish there, and I find the city very beautiful. And
are there cities that are like more friendly to foreigners and others that are not?
I actually don't think. I think every city in Germany, it's my experience, everyone is very friendly here. For example, in Russia, it's not always like this.
It's completely different.
It's different. Sometimes when I'm coming to Moscow, why is everyone in Germany so friendly, and here everyone is like so, like, you know, angry and looking at you, and they even say to me, you look like you're not living here. We see that you're like from Europe, for example. And it's maybe because I'm smiling a lot and maybe because I'm friendly to everyone, and they always say, I see that you're not from here, that you're not living in Russia. My experience, I think everyone is pretty friendly in every city. I haven't been in every city in Germany, but
wow, then you're so lucky.
I come from big cities, like so Boston being near New York, like I'm used to this fast, you know, attitude. I don't consider it offensive towards me, so I don't take it personally. I don't find Berlin to always be like the friendliest place, but it's just a little cold, but not rude. So I don't have a problem here, but it's also like with my city upbringing as well, that I'm used to it. I think that the south of Germany is a little bit more friendly. Like you could just go to like a bar, for instance, and like quite easily be talking to random people. But then you have the problem kind of with like this whole south being very Catholic, and it's very religious and not really my style. But the people there I find a little bit more friendly.
Wow, very interesting.
For example, I like very much Germans, that they are very helpful in my opinion, because when you see someone feels bad on the street or something, everyone is coming to you and asking, do you need help? Can I call you the ambulance? And
that's true.
For example, why I'm saying again about Russia, because I'm from Russia and I know that it's not like this in Russia. You can lay on the floor and nobody will ask if you're okay. This is very nice here, that you will always get help, and they always ask you, how are you feeling? Is everything alright? And
yeah, it's true. Yeah, you see it a lot.
You have found some places like best places to hang out and party and like even make friends there?
Yeah, so there's kind of this, famous, maybe infamous. I don't know. Depends on how many people are doing their research about places in Berlin. But there's a club where I mean, if I'm really just looking for good music, it's going to be sweaty. Don't care what you look like. You're just there for the music. I would say Golden Gate. You know, it's kind of, it used to be, maybe sometimes still is, open from Thursday until Sunday nonstop.
Wow.
So really long parties. Something that's like a little bit more festive, a little larger. You get a lot of different people dressed up in costume would be Renata. That's another club in Friedrichshain that plays really good music and bigger and a little bit more festive than Golden Gate, but two different vibes, but two places that I go to a lot.
Wow. Oh,
and for example, Berghain, we talked about it before, it's very famous in the whole world, I think. Everyone knows Berghain. It's here in Berlin. A lot of people come here to go to Berghain, for example. I like Grace, it's a bar. It's a bar with music and you can eat there as well. It's a bar and a restaurant. It's on Kudamm, so Kudamm is also a very nice and famous street here in Berlin. And I also like a restaurant called Papillon because you have also a bar there, you can eat and afterwards you can just party, hang out and have some drinks. I like it very much. I also like the music. I have a lot of friends that visit this place. I like it very much.
What about dating? How is the dating life in Germany as general?
So I'm married.
What about before you were married?
I don't know. Is it different than in every other country? That I think.
Especially in Berlin, is crazy the dating life, or?
See, I have used apps in the past, but I mean, I honestly
also never used apps actually.
I honestly don't have any on my phone though, because when I did have them, I realized I was spending so much. It was such a waste of time. Like, you know, either crazy people or ghosting people or people that you're not really finding that attractive. You know, just kind of like this mess, like this whole mess, like online. I'm not gonna lie. So I think dating in Berlin is, you know, quite difficult. You're living also in the West, so exactly. I think there might be a huge difference though between the East and the West. I'm living like in the heart of the East where all the nightclubs and all the DJs and producers are. So dating is difficult because everybody's looking for the next best thing. They're overextending their calendars and thinking that they could date, but you know, there's a party that they want to go to more, and, you know, so there's a lot of temptation, whether it's tempted by people, things that are either illegal or illegal, or there's just always this wanting to do more, and it's quite difficult. I think that people in the West, there's not so many clubs in the West. There are more families, but it's of course singles too. It's a little bit more, I think, structured and less chaotic than the East.
I think so, yes. And I remember from my dating days, it was like 7 years ago, I remember that we went to walk. I live in Grunewald, it's a nice area here in Berlin. You have a lot of seas. Then we were walking through the wood. It was very nice and beautiful. But I remember from the dating times, it wasn't chaotic, it was pretty romantic and calm. And I had good experiences to date.
In your opinion, can you advise someone who is like single here in Berlin? What are the best ways to find the right person? Or the best ways?
Depends on the interest.
I think I realized too that you can't define or maintain your happiness depending on another person. You shouldn't expect, like, just because you made plans that person is actually gonna come through and, like, you know. So if there's something you really want to do, just go ahead and do it. If there's a movie you want to see, a talk you want to go to, a concert, like, don't worry about being by yourself. Because actually the people in Berlin, in these kind of environments, like whether it's a club or a bar and you're by yourself, all those people are there for the same reasons as you. It's kind of like a community that, you know, it's quite easy to meet people when you're by yourself and you just go out. You will meet people. Some of my best friends, like, that I've had for 10 years, I met just going to the club. If you, for some reason, get rejected at the door, you know it's you and not anybody else. So a lot of places actually like you to come in alone. You have a better chance of getting into some difficult places alone. They'll say, like, wow, that person, you know, has a lot of courage, you know, come in.
In Berlin, I will just talk about restaurants. Today, you have a lot of amazing restaurants here. It's amazing for a date. For example, I remember my second date with my husband was at a Korean restaurant. It's called Kimchi Princess. I loved it there. We ate and then we went we ate there and we went to a bar. You have a lot of nice places here in Berlin
to go for dates.
Yeah, if you are interested in the West, there is a very nice hotel. It's called the Patrick Heimann Schloss Hotel. It's a very beautiful place. So we went there with my husband. We had their wine, and we're sitting next to the fireplace there.
Wow.
So it's very beautiful and romantic as well. So.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, you just need to search and Google. What I like as well, that you always find reviews about the place, and then you already know if the food will be good or not, maybe.
As I mentioned, I'm music producer by night, and part of my research, I like to say, is going out. Sometimes I'm going out a lot. All my friends are DJs or also producers. I'm going to their performance, or I'm just going to hear things that I think are interesting. And not now, but in my time here in Berlin, whether it was my idea or their idea, I don't know. But we've said like, okay, let's have a date at the club. I mean, it's really not a good idea. Like especially
you
like.
You can talk, right? It's too loud.
Exactly, right on point. Like you can't really hear that well. You're hearing things that aren't really true. After a few hours, you're not looking your best. Like in a club, you're not
you're
looking
sweating.
you're not looking great. All of your skeletons in the closet are walking by, like everybody, and it's not really a good idea.
Was it successful or not?
No, I mean.
So you did not even see each other after this?
So you're not married, no? So it wasn't.
No, I have been married, but I'm happily divorced.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I've lived here. I know a lot of people, so it's like, I'm sure we've seen each other, but not like in a date kind of way. There's just always so much going on. Like you either forget about it, or like it kind of loses momentum. If like a couple weeks go by, then you're already kind of like on to the next person or next thing. For at least for me, I think that Berlin offers the opportunity to. I know I'm sitting with two married people, but if you're not already in a relationship or like looking to get married, I think Berlin is a really great place to actually be single and kind of learn about yourself. Like because it is a difficult place to date. So I think that having this alone time, like depending where you are in life, you learn about yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what you want out of life is where you want to be. Until you kind of maybe have some time to like be alone in the city, and then start dating.
Yeah. But actually, you can be in love with someone and you don't need to get married. So, of course,
this is very German too now. A lot of just doing, different households, raising a child, but living separate.
Exactly. I know a lot of successful people that are living like this. Without, as you said, and without marrying, and everything is perfect. So a stamp and the passport doesn't say anything about your relationship.
I think that would be better for me actually to have like. I mean, like having been married, I think like that, spending too much time like with the same person, you can begin to get on each other's nerves. Like if you don't have also your kind of own life and interest doing things. At least from my point of view, like being in the same house all the time, just the small things start to aggravate you. So I mean, maybe like having this, separate, household, a little bit of a separate life would be like more interesting for me. But right now, I'm not really interested.
And what are the fun things to do over the weekend here in Bali?
I wouldn't say like always like in a club, but like 2 to 3 of them. And I'm also working on the music and getting stuff released, because then I have the most time. I really have to like structure my time, because if I go out too much, then I'm sleeping through the day.
Yes, I like to eat at a nice restaurant and maybe go to KaDeWe, shop there. I have a lot of nice shops in Berlin as well, beautiful shopping areas. Kudam, as I mentioned before. In Mitte, you have a lot of nice places to go for shopping, and this is what I like, for example.
Wow. You have a favorite German food for you?
German food, I like Kaiserspätzle, for example. And you?
In the autumn, I like this goose, like a November-ish dish. So they usually serve it with chestnuts and Blaukraut. So
that is very nice.
The sweet cabbage, like with the apples. Since I mentioned cabbage, I'm eating actually a lot of this like lately, because
it's also very good for your health, actually.
And you can do a lot with it. Like you can either fry it or you can boil it and make soups. What I like about it is it lasts a long time. Like you buy lettuce sometimes and it's like going bad in like 2 days. But cabbage is more like I can keep it, quite a long time. They're big. Like it gets me like so many meals. So almost like every day or for something, I'm using a lot of cabbage.
For our last question, what would you like advise someone who is like new here in Germany or in Berlin? What advice would you give that person?
I alluded to it before, but I would say don't wait for like plans to happen for you. If there's something you want to do, just go do it. Like find out where the interesting places are for your interests. Don't rely on other people, because they may or may not come, and if you don't know anybody, I mean, you're not going to have really anybody to ask. Like online and these meetup forums, finding, an event on Facebook or whatever, yeah, just go. And I mean, this is how you'll end up meeting people as well.
Yeah, well, just say, for example, if you don't know German and you're new in Berlin or Germany, you can learn German. There are good schools here in Berlin, so don't worry, you will learn language. Exactly, you can join groups and everyone is pretty friendly. You can chat with them, you can meet them.
And your German is really perfect.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I learned it very fast actually for 2 months.
Did you have tricks for learning this?
No, because I came to school and I didn't know a word. My teacher said, no, please don't talk Russian to me, because I tried to talk Russian to her and she said, please don't talk Russian. And then I started to say some German words and it was very fast. In 2 months I already knew German.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying. For me it was the barrier because of the language. I was afraid to talk, and you will learn it. Maybe you need a bit of time, but it's not that hard as it seems maybe for the first time.
German, has like this cliche, I think, of being like really sounding very like strong and offensive.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're learning German, like it becomes very logical in a way. Like these really long words are actually like 3 or 4 really small words just put together. Like at least with me, when I was just kind of trying to make something up, like 50% of the time that was the word. Put the small words together and they would be like, yeah, that's the word actually.
So what I like here, a lot of Ukrainians came because of the word to Berlin, and of course they didn't know the language. And I see a lot in different shops that they are already working there, and I like very much that people are helping them. If they don't remember a word, they help them, or they're being very kind to them, even if they don't speak German. It's okay for them, for Germans, to if you don't know German. So
thank you so much. We are going to play a game, Never Have I Ever. So you have to be truthful, and I will be asking a question. If you have, you will show I have. If you have never, you will show never. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I will start with a weird question. Never have I ever peed in a public place. Never have I ever had a one-night stand. Never have I ever been in handcuffs.
Sorry, Mom.
Never have I ever sent a dirty text to the wrong person.
no, actually.
You have. Joshua has. What happened then? They got shocked. Did you apologize?
No, I mean,
No,
it's
to your parents or grandma.
it was another person that was probably also hoping, that I sent it, but I was not really interested in sending it, so it wasn't such a big problem.
So it was not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't really say anything after.
Not to your mom, at least.
Yeah, not to me.
Yes. Never have I ever ghosted someone. Never have I ever catfished someone. Never. Never have I ever Googled myself.
A lot of time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Never have I ever stalked someone on social media.
Talk to
Of course,
someone?
Stalked.
Oh.
Never have I ever lied to my best friend where I was. I'm sorry to your best friend.
I'm usually saying like I already left or something, and I'm not ready to leave for like another 30 minutes, so I'm kind of trying to do things like make up time in my head,
Never have I ever been on a strip club.
Even a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago. Never have I ever cheated on someone. You have.
I mean, in my lifetime, when I was younger.
Okay. Never have I ever given someone my wrong number. Okay. Never have I ever regifted a gift someone else gifted me. You have.
Yes.
And Alina, I have.
Yes, I have.
Never have I ever used a fake ID. No? You're...
Mine was, I remember it
Yes.
very vividly in my head
Yes.
because the ID was from the Bronx, New York. And it was like a Latino chubby. I was using it and it worked. And it worked. They just have to see it. They're like, oh, okay. Like,
So they were not even looking to the picture.
no, they just make sure that I handed them something.
No. Never have I ever been on a blind date. Oh, and how did it go?
I think not good.
Yeah.
Not
that's
good. Never have I ever gotten a tattoo that I regretted.
When I was 18.
Oh, you...
I have
Never.
tattoos, but I do, but I don't regret them.
Yeah? Until now.
I do regret one, but it's okay.
Yeah? Never have I ever snooped through my partner's phone without them knowing. I have to. So we are going to share a drink. This is a special drink. The lemon, we have put a coffee on top. Now I will put sugar on top.
This is a German drink, right? Because I've never tried it before. It's very interesting for me.
Yeah, it's a Russian.
Okay. But they drink it here in Germany, right?
Yeah, they drink it here in Germany.
I'm
it's
from
from
Russia.
my
I
and
never
you
heard
didn't-
about it.
You never heard about this, but
Yeah.
it's like a special thing. My husband was telling me about it, and it's really like it makes you awake.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
so we try it, and you
So
can
let's-
take it,
let's
you
see.
bite it. Let's see. Yes.
Okay. Nastrovia.
Yes, that
Yes.
one. Yeah.
All, make it all.
It's good.
It's really kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
really
feel-
feel. Yeah, really.
Yeah, and with the lemon and the
I actually
coffee and the sugar.
I
Sounds
really.
weird, but it actually, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel more awake now.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is good. You are both amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Where can someone find you? Your music?
My producer name is Ohr, O-H-R, Gasmus, or Gasmus.
Oh, nice. Pretty clever. So you can find me on Instagram, Alina Bale, Alina Bale _
If you're an expert there and you need advice regarding the real estate, how to get apartments here, he's a really good real estate agent.
I will help you.
Yes, and his music, he's also very good with his music. Yes.
Also for Instagram,
Yeah.
Orgasmusik _ The channel name on YouTube, Instagram, everything is quite either the same or very similar. So with just the name, I'm pretty easy to find.
I would link them all on the description or check them out and support other experts too. Thank you so much that you have stayed with us until the end. I hope you have had fun. Please comment down and I would like to read your comments and hear what you think about the show and also your experiences here in Germany as expats. Please let us know. And if you would like also to come to the show, please write to me. I will put my email address there. And if there are topics that you would like me to bring here on the show to talk about it, please also write to me. It's been a pleasure that you are staying with us, and please support this channel by sharing, by commenting, by liking. Share with other experts. It will be really awesome. Stay tuned for our next show. Next one is just cooking. Thank you so much. See you later. Cheers.
Cheers. Tschüss, tschüss.